Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory, yes. Back on good old Satisfactory, ready to continue on our playthrough here. But first, you know what time it is, we gotta talk about Boosteroid. Before we even get into that, there is a link down in the description below should you wish to purchase a subscription to Boosteroid. If you use that link, I do thank you because it does help out the channel. Okay, so now, we're going to go talk about Boosteroid, some of the features, you know, what it is, that kind of stuff, stuff to keep in mind and whatnot. And we're going to be dealing with some starting issues apparently today, but that's okay. We've dealt with it before. So first, Boosteroid, what is it? Boosteroid is a cloud gaming service that allows you to play your PC games on pretty much any device. This includes mobile devices such as cell phones and tablets, as well as smart TVs, a selection of smart TVs, and desktops and laptops. And all this is done through the internet. There is no downloading or no installation required. All that requires is you have a subscription to Boosteroid and a game to play, pretty much. And you can play it on any of those devices, as long as you have a strong enough internet connection, which apparently today is not that day for us, but we will deal with it. Everything you're seeing in this world today on this game is all done through the Boosteroid service as well, so do keep that in mind, that this entire playthrough that you're going to be seeing is all done through their service on the internet. Like I said, internet is very, very important as well, so make sure you have a decent enough internet connection in order to use this type of service, or you have a decent enough connection to your cell service that can handle this kind of stuff, because it takes a lot more internet than just say streaming a movie or a video like on YouTube or anything like that. It takes up a lot more internet than that, because not only are you receiving a stream from another computer, you are also sending out data, like your input data as far as the controls. So every time you put in a movement command, a control command through your computer, which is done either through your device, either done through your keyboard and mouse, controller, whichever, done through your phone by using the screen, or however you're doing it, because there's millions of combinations. We'd be here all day listing them. But yeah, you can do all that, get all those inputs in, you send that across the internet. Those inputs are then inputted into a computer, and that computer then sends you back the results of those inputs. So when I hit W, I go forward, just like that. And the latency is also a thing to be aware of as well. But like I said, yeah, internet is very, very important. If at all possible, the device you're using has an Ethernet port to connect directly to an Ethernet cable. That is the best type of connection, the most stable connection you could possibly get. But if you have to go with, wireless, if you're using Wi-Fi, make sure that your device can use a 5 gigahertz band of Wi-Fi, not the 2.4, because some Wi-Fi devices, or some what are they called? Yeah, we'll just call it Wi-Fi devices. I forget the name of them. They have what they call dual band, which is they offer both the 2.4 and the 5, because some older devices can't use 5 because they weren't their operating system that the device uses cannot recognize 5, so it is only 2.4. But yeah, 2.4 is not available because it is not strong enough to do what we're asking the internet to do. So yeah, make sure you're using a 5 gigahertz router as well. Also, yes, our internet is very unstable today, it appears. So yeah, but like I said, everything you're seeing on screen is done through that internet. So as you can see in the top left, we do have the bit rate of our stream. We got the stream FPS, the decode FPS, and the latency. Now, as I talked before, latency is kind of also important. This depends on what type of gaming you're doing, though. For instance, when we're playing a single-player game such as Satisfactory, latency isn't really all that much important. It might become a problem if it gets into like the 80s, 90s, and hundreds of latency. That might be a bit more of a problem. We're going to notice like input lag. You're going to notice like kind of the stream's quality kind of deteriorating a little bit, just so it can stay connected, which is really awesome as well. This technology to stay connected, it will drop quality down to 480p in order for it to stay connected. If your internet does drop out, so it tries everything it can to keep that connection, which is really nice. But yeah, and 60 FPS or 60 FPS, about 50 to 60 latency isn't bad. I don't notice any input lag at all, really. That might be because I've played with it for a while. I've been doing videos with Boosteroid for quite a long time now. And that's usually what I deal with, so maybe I'm just used to it, but I don't really notice it, so yeah. But if you're doing first-person shooter, for instance, like competitive multiplayer, you might want that latency down a lot further, because where milliseconds actually do count is in reaction time and all that stuff. So really, it's all dependent on you and dependent on your internet connection, what kind of experience you're going to have with Boosteroid. But this is not just Boosteroid just solely a Boosteroid thing. This is solely a cloud gaming thing. All cloud gaming is done over the internet, so definitely make sure that your internet connection is good enough. And they do allow you to test this and stuff like that, and there's tons of videos and stuff out there that you can definitely check out to get even more information than I'm going to be giving today. But yeah, like I said in the top left, that is our stream information. If I bring up the overlay here for Boosteroid, this is the PC on browser overlay. So basically, all we've got is we're running this through a browser in order to play this game, which is really nice. But yeah, I can hide and show that. Recently, they just changed this. If you haven't seen it, the release cursor button, you can change the second key here, not the control, but you can change the second key here to whatever you like as well. It's just my problem always has been I wish they would not allow escape to be the also release control key, because a lot of games use escape for menu navigating, so and that can become a little bit of a problem, at least for me anyway. That's just how it is. I'll go ahead and resume game here though. But yeah, and yeah, every time I bring that up, you're also going to notice this pop up throughout my videos all the time. Is because I tab out occasionally to check on my recording software, make sure everything's working, and then you'll see that pop up when I click back into the game. So it's just one of them things, but yeah, you can change that key to whatever you wish, so which is nice. They just recently added that. But yeah, if we hit that, you'll also see the end session button here. If you're going to end or exit a game, you're going to have to make sure you exit it properly. Basically, it's just like as if you're on a PC, even though you're not using a PC to play. But you're going to bring up your game's menu. However you do that, because there's tons of devices that you can't know them all. But you're going to bring up your game's menu, and you're going to save your game, of course, if you can. If it has an autosave, I guess wait for an autosave, like it just autosaved there. Then you're going to exit to desktop, as if you're on a PC. And then it's going to take you back to where you logged in, either through Steam or through Epic. And then it's going to then sync that save data to the cloud, like it does as if you're on a PC, so that your save data doesn't get interrupted as well. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, I guess a good thing, Boosteroid has kind of mitigated the save data loss not the actual save data, but the loss of progress through a game. If you end up losing connection, either because you lost power, the phone, the device died, whatever, um, or your internet just dropped out completely where it can't reconnect. Um, in these instances, Boosteroid service will allow the session that you are using on that current computer. It will allow that session to stay open for long enough that whether your autosave or a manual save was done, whatever the most recent save was, it'll then sync that to the cloud for you to try and minimize progress loss. That's what I should have said, was progress loss, to minimize that. So, um, you know, definitely you don't have to worry too much that if your device dies, you lose power, because you're on a computer like me, or you lose internet connection, it just drops out completely, and there's no way to reconnect it for a long time. Then you don't have to worry, because your most recent autosave or your most recent manual save, whichever one was the most recent, will. Why is that box? Why is that flashing over there? That's weird. Never seen that before. The game will save that. Yeah, I don't know why. It was this. It was this smelter right here that was flashing. I don't know. Might be a cloud gaming thing. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The other thing you need to be aware of, that if you are using a browser with a computer, make sure you try and stay away from Control W is one of the main ones, and there's also, I think it's Control T or something like that, whichever one closes tabs. Make sure you try and stay away from those key presses, because Boosteroid cannot block what the browser does. The browser has its own. A lot of browsers have their own keys, their own hotkeys, and these are unchangeable, and they're also unable to be disabled. And Boosteroid cannot do anything about that, I don't think. Maybe one day they'll find a way to be able to block out those hotkeys through the browser if you're using a browser, but I probably should be using the many applications they have available. But I like doing it through browser. I like doing it the way that I experience it the best, it seems. But yeah, just be aware of that as well. But yeah, like I said, we are playing a game. To prove that we are playing within a browser as well, is I hit Control to bring up that overlay again. Now, if I move my cursor to the top of the screen, you can see that we are indeed playing in a browser. We are playing in full screen mode. So basically, in a lot of browsers, not every one of them, but a lot of browsers have a hotkey that's either like F11 or something like that, and you press that, and it will bring up your window full screen and block out all the other stuff. The fact that I am indeed on a computer and playing within a browser. So, yeah. That's a really nice touch there. Now, if we click over at this other tab here, this is the gaming tab. This is that we were on the gaming tab. This is the main page tab. So when you sign up or sign in, this is what you're going to be greeted with. Creating an account with Boosteroid is completely and utterly free. This allows you to look at their selection of games list. If you click over here on library, this allows you to look at their selections games list, as well as go through their help section if you want. You can also do a network test if you have an account, and basically this will connect you to the closest. There we go, to the closest server possible. And when you connect to that closest server possible, it will then tell you how good your stream is going to go, or how good a stream might do, how well your connection is. This allows you to do an informed buying decision on that type of stuff. But like I said, they have you can go through and look at their games list. So all the games you see on screen now, well, not all the games. There's more games, of course, but yeah, the games you see on the website or through the application, whichever. These are all the games they support. They don't support every PC game. They do still have. There are PC games out there that they do not support for various reasons, but yeah, these are all they support many games though. Give it a second. There we go. it takes like they gotta load up all the next set of games. But yeah, you can scroll endlessly and you can find a game you might want to play. Um, do be aware though that the game, whether the game says license required or whether it says free, you must have a subscription to Boosteroid in order to play that game. And you're probably asking, why is that? Why do I have to have a subscription in order to play a free game? The reason this is because you're still using their servers and their hardware in order to play that game. Because a lot of these free games are available or free for PC and only available on PC, and you're probably using it through your phone or through a tablet or whichever through a probably a computer that may or may not be able to play that game, or whatever it might be, but you're still using their servers and their hardware in order to play that game. So that's pretty much that. As well, the license required, just as a quick note, the license required, what this means is you need to own the game in order to play that on the service. So yeah, like Baldur's Gate 3 there, you need to own that game in order to play that. And again, same reasons as well. You'll also might notice that some of these games have different icons on them in the top left of the little picture here. A lot of these are just just little symbols and stuff like that. The main ones you're going to be looking out for, though, the ones that are the Steam or the Epic Games icon here, because when you click play on these games, it's going to bring you to the login. I'm going to use a game as an example as well, which we're going to type in SnowRunner here, or Snow, and it's going to bring up SnowRunner. You can see that there's two different versions of the game. So when you click play, make sure you're clicking play on the one that you own. Because if you click play, like if I was to click play on the Epic Games version, it's going to take me to the Epic login. I'm going to log in. There goes the game. That's back. Okay. It's back. It's back. Is it working? Yes, it is. All right. Sorry, like I said, I'm having a little bit of internet issues today, so it may be a little bit of a shorter video, but we'll see. Maybe it'll improve over time. As you can see, there's two different versions. If I click play on the Epic Games version, it's going to take me to the Epic Games login, and then it's going to try and launch the game, but it's going to say I don't own it, and it's not going to work. So, just a heads up. So, and if you click the little plus icon next to any of the play, or if you're highlighting over, you can hit that little plus icon, and what that's going to do is it's going to add it to your games library over here. Let's go ahead. It's going to add it to your games library over here. I haven't added many games to mine. But yeah, the other thing to talk about here, if you can find it. There it is. Okay, if you connect your Boosteroid account to your Steam account, what that will do is that will take all of your Steam games, it's going to check through, and it'll take all your Steam games that Boosteroid supports, and it'll add it to your library here. So that way you don't have to add the games manually through hitting the plus icon or through scrolling, searching, nothing like that. Maybe you'll have hundreds of games that you'd like to add that Boosteroid supports, and you just want to add them all at once. That's what that's for. Also, they did recently do a deal with Microsoft to add Xbox games from the Game Pass up on Boosteroid as well, so you can play those games through Boosteroid. It's not the only ones it's not only the ones from Game Pass, but Xbox and them have made a deal to where they can start adding Xbox games, so you can start playing Xbox games or your Xbox games through Boosteroid as well, using that service on different devices as well. So pretty cool. The one thing I did mention before, as you may remember, is the saves. The saves are very, very important to make sure they get synced. Stuff like that, when you go to play a game, it automatically gets downloaded to the PC you're using for the save as well. So games like Satisfactory, you'll click on this. This will be most cases. You may not ever encounter anything but this. But yeah, just like as if you're on a PC, the cloud saves do get saved. Now, the reason I mention this is because if we go back and we go to a game like Dyson Sphere Program, Dyson Sphere Program does not have cloud saves enabled for it. The devs of Dyson Sphere Program have not enabled that feature for the game. So it's going to be local saves, and that'll only save on your computer. So Boosteroid does not have access to your personal files on your computer, so you're unable, or they're unable to pull your save from your computer. And there's no way to get your save to Boosteroid or anything like that, because the only way they get your saves is through the cloud, through the internet. So that's the only way that works. So with games like Satisfactory program, if you go to play games like this that say local saves on there, you're going to have to start a brand new game. But Boosteroid has added a feature that if you have a game like this and you play the game and you save it, it will save to Boosteroid's local servers. So then, when you go to play the game again, you can then continue that save on Boosteroid. You can then continue to play that game. So games like this, they have kind of remedied that situation, at least to the extent they can, in order to do that. So that's just another really nice feature. They didn't have to do that. They didn't do that at first, and now they're doing that, and that's awesome. And I thank them for that, because there are some games that that would be awesome to play, but I was like, I don't want to start a brand new game. And then I have to start a brand new game the next time I go to play, and now they have kind of remedied that. So just another little thing. The reason I keep coming back to the game is because there is a 10-minute inactivity timer on the session you're playing, and if we stand around for 8 minutes, we'll get a jump scare warning telling us it's getting ready to close after 2 minutes and whatnot, and that can be very loud and jarring. So I kind of want to avoid it as much as possible. But anyway, back over to the game time. So like I said, just that. The other thing is mods and third-party software is not supported by Boosteroid. Again, this is kind of an issue of they don't have access to your computer and your personal files. So if you have manually installed mods on a game, obviously you're not going to be able to get those. Or if you're using a mod manager like Satisfactory has over here, Satisfactory does have a Satisfactory mod manager, but that is third-party software, which you're not allowed to install. So again, that's another thing. They do not allow that, so you're going to have to play without mods. And make sure you try and be careful that if you do have a game that has mods on it, and you're trying to play it on Boosteroid and you can't get access to those mods, then make sure that save is not going to be corrupted. So definitely keep that in mind. It's not going to get corrupted if you just load it, but it's probably going to crash or break the game, or whichever, without those mods. Just be aware of that kind of thing. There is an exception to the rule, however, that they do not support mods in games like SnowRunner here. SnowRunner is an exception to the rule because SnowRunner has a built-in mod manager, and since you are connected to the internet, you can get those mods back for your saves. So since they have a built-in mod manager for games like SnowRunner, you're able to get those mods back and play with mods and stuff like that. The other exception to the rule might be a little thing called Steam Workshop. And Steam Workshop a lot of the time will automatically download those mods for a game when you go to play it on a new PC. So it's just kind of one of those things. Just kind of the thing that Steam does. And since you are connected to Steam, you can get those mods back as well. So, but yeah, that's kind of the exception to the rule, But any kind of third-party software or outside of Steam Workshop, mods are not supported. I don't know how Epic does it when it comes to mods and stuff like that, if they even have that feature, because I don't use Epic, but if they do, then it'd be kind of a similar situation there. So the other thing with Boosteroid is this little thing here called Fanatical. This is the PC key store, where you can buy games through Fanatical. Fanatical is its own thing. It's its own store, basically, and sometimes they have deals that Steam and Epic don't. Also, if you do go to buy a game off of Fanatical, whether that be through Boosteroid or off of its own store website itself or something like that, Boosteroid does have a couple of tutorials how to activate the Steam key and how to activate the Epic key when you go to buy that game, how to activate those on those services. So that's kind of there too. So that's just one of the things that kind of they're partnered up with Fanatical, so they're able to have the Fanatical store on there. So really cool. Yeah. Just nice little thing. So now I'm going to move on to kind of, if you're having issues, if you have questions, things like that, kind of getting help through Boosteroid and what the few different help avenues that you can take. One of the ones is if you click the little question mark up here, near your account name, you can click that. That'll take you to the help center, and you can click on any one of these, go through the articles. You can also type in questions up here, and that might link you to a few different articles. If you're having issues or questions, you can maybe get some help through there. It's one of the fastest ways. The other way is if you have a Boosteroid account, if you have a subscription to Boosteroid, you can use the little live chat service they have, which you can do by clicking on this, follow the on-screen instructions on this pop-out, and you will be linked to a text chat channel through the help center that you can get help through there. You can also request games if Boosteroid doesn't support it. You can request games through there and stuff like that too. So just another way to get help, and it's kind of like calling into a call center, but way faster and way easier. Not as what do they call it? Tedious. Yeah, and they can get you the help they need. They also can, when they helping you out, if it's a session type thing, while you're playing the game here, they can monitor, since they have access to the PC that you're accessing, because it's part of their service. Then they can monitor that session that's playing and see the issues as well. And see the issues you're having, and they can help you out through that. I know this from experience. I have had a few issues. Turned out to be a server issue, but they remedied that. But yeah, it's just I know that from experience, so that's why I mention it. So it's just one of the many ways they can help you through that as well. So then, yeah, back over here. There is one more thing, that they do have a Discord channel. Should you wish to, if you use Discord, you can join up on their Discord channel. You can get help through there. You can find other gamers that are using Boosteroid, maybe team up with them, make some friends, stuff like that. There's also tons of videos on the YouTube kind of channel over there on Discord for Boosteroid as well. So if you're looking for more information, more information than I'm giving, and stuff like that, or see other videos, other gameplay videos, informational videos, comparison videos, all that kind of stuff, all that's over there. So you can check that out on the Discord channel, as well as you'll see my videos up there. They do allow me to upload those videos as well, which is really nice. So but yeah, that's pretty much that. So now we'll go ahead and move over to pricing. All right, and here is the pricing options for getting a subscription to Boosteroid. So just a little start off here. The Ultra option is not available yet. That is still coming soon. They're still working on that as well. So these are the two different prices for those. They're a bit more pricey, but you get the with that option, you would have gotten the high-end virtual machine. That's what VM stands for. With the ray tracing, you get the up to 4K streaming quality, as well as basically unlimited FPS is what that's saying. So, and those two options are the same there. But that's they're still working on that. They have not finished it yet. Maybe one day. You'll be able to do that. But yeah, the other thing to kind of note too, if you don't know what this is, this symbol here, this is euros. So that's what they deal in. They deal in euros because the main office for Boosteroid is based out of Ukraine. So they deal in euros over there. So yeah, that's basically 9.89 euros, which if you want a translation to the US dollar, that's roughly $10.80. It might have changed by now, is why I say roughly, but it changes all the time, the exchange rates and stuff. But yes, it's roughly $10.80 US. And this is per month, by the way. That's a 1 month purchase. And with that, you get the basic virtual machine, just your standard everyday gaming PC. That's nothing basic about those. But you get the up to 1080p streaming FPS, which is what you're seeing here, like here. this game right here, using 1080p, which is fine for me because I use a TV as a monitor for my computer, which the best it can do is 1080p 60 FPS, so that's no issues to me. So that's just perfect for me. And then up to 60 FPS, which is what that's there. The other option they don't list here, which they honestly should. They should list that as a main feature. The one feature about Boosteroid that puts them, that gives them an edge over their competition, is Boosteroid does not have limits, no matter what you pay for. Boosteroid does not have limits on your gaming session time. You can play your sessions for as long as you want, 5 minutes or 5 hours, they do not care. They will allow you to play that. As long as you're not running out of time with the inactivity timer, as long as you're not exceeding the 10-minute inactivity timer, you can play your games for as long as you want. This is really great for content creators like myself, where you guys will see, an hour video or whatever, and behind the scenes I recorded like 4 hours or something like that, and that would be incredibly annoying with other services where they put up a 30-minute session time limiter where you get taken out of the session and then you got to go back in every 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours. That'd be incredibly annoying to me. But yeah, that's one of the things that Boosteroid, and hopefully they never get rid of that. And like I said, it doesn't matter which option you pay for. Even with this one, it's going to be the same as far as I'm aware. Whether you pay for the 1 month or the 12-month, you get that unlimited session time, which is really nice. And hopefully they never change that, and they should list it here. They really should. Just my recommendation. Also, if you have a discount coupon code or an activation code, make sure you enter those down here and click the appropriate button. If you have a discount coupon, this is how they work. You get a discount coupon, you're going to put it, discount code, you're going to put it down here, and you're going to click apply, and that'll apply the appropriate discount to the appropriate option. And then you'll select the option and then go pay for it. That's how those work. If you are just starting out, however, and you say your internet's good, you got some games you want to play on the device you're going to use, or a few devices you're going to use, whichever, stuff like that, and you're sure about it. That sounded weird. Sorry. It's still morning. Brain's kind of not working. But yeah, if your internet's good, you have games you want to play on the device you want to use, I would recommend starting out with the 1 month, because that way, it's not really, if things end up not going to plan or whatever, or you end up not enjoying the service, it's not that big of a loss as well. So definitely keep that in mind to go with the 1 month option if you're just starting out, and then maybe give it a few months and then maybe move on to the 12-month option if you like. So but yeah, even if it's a sure thing, that's always me, just the cautious person. Definitely go with the 1 month, even if it's a sure thing. So yeah, it's just my recommendation. You don't have to. You do whatever you like, but yeah, just my type of thing. But that's the pricing section. So now we'll go back to the game. All right, and back over here on the game. Just a few quick little notes again before we get started here. I will put these in chapters, by the way. I've been putting these in chapters so that people could just skip to the gameplay if they like, stuff like that. So, but yeah, a lot of people, I'm sure, are always asking, you support Boosteroid. Do you use it? Of course, of course I use it. I use it for my gameplay videos. You're seeing that right now. I'm using it right now. Another thing I'm sure people are asking, why do you support Boosteroid? That type of stuff. Kind of just questions like that is the reason I support Boosteroid is because, well, first of all, they came to me and offered me a partnership program, but they said before you answer, go ahead and try out the service. So I tried out the service. I was quite impressed with it. Said, yeah, let's give it a green light. So basically, the deal is I promote Boosteroid, using the service, and they promote my channel. They allow me to put my videos up on their Discord channel, stuff like that, which is really awesome. That gets me more viewership and stuff as well from other people, and so it's kind of a I don't know what they call it. Just it is a good relationship. So again, thank you to Boosteroid for allowing me to be part of your partnership program. I've definitely enjoyed our time together so far. So, and the service has been really good anyway, as well. So, but yeah, I promote Boosteroid and they promote my channel. So that's pretty much that. I don't get paid for it. They don't tell me what to say. They just give me a few. They gave me a few pointers and said, "Here's what we. There's a few little things that we want you to talk about. A few little things being, internet connection, the talking about the accounts, or talking about the pricing and stuff like that. Just little things like that." And they said, "But other than that, you can say whatever you want and be honest." And so far I have, because I'm a small YouTube channel. If I tarnish my reputation now, I'm screwed. That's pretty much that's pretty much that. I can't. There's no coming back from that at this early stage of the game. So I'm definitely not going to risk that kind of stuff. So yeah, and I would not ever promote something that I would not use myself as well. That is not something I would ever try to do. Because you know why? Is because I would never do that. I would never want that to happen to me, where a YouTuber I trust and then they don't actually use the product themselves. They have nothing. They have no idea about it, and whatnot. They just do it for money or whatever, and then end up screwing everybody else in the long run. But of course, at that point they're so big anyway that it doesn't really matter. And most people don't pay attention to those type of ads. But yeah, like I said, that's our type of relationship, and that's why I promote Boosteroid. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on into our game finally. Yes, let's go. Okay, let's get on into it. Let's go. All right, so where were we last time? So when I logged into this game here on the service there, when I loaded up the game, the first thing it did was remind me of what I was doing, because I was like, man, I don't remember what we were going to do today. It was a week ago. I haven't been on the save, obviously. I like to show you guys most of the stuff I do on the save anyway. But I was just like, what the heck? What do I do? And then as soon as I loaded up the game, the save, the power went out, and I immediately, oh yeah, we need to expand our power. It's just like, yes. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be adding another two of these things to try and get the base back online. 2 coal generators. We're also probably going to be looking at either looking for. I think we need to look for oil as well. So because we need to make plastic rubber and fuel, because we're going to be making the jetpack, and we're going to need a place for fuel. So I know kind of where to get oil. From here, though, oil is very hard to find from this specific position. I actually think I might know where we're going to get oil, where all of our oil needs are going to come from. Those are the closest, but that's the one right there. These ones over here. These ones are closer, yes, but they're also on the other side of this massive cliff that we're up against. So these might be the oil that we go for over here. They're not as great, but it'll still be a thing. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Pull this out. Let's grab a fuel generator. How was I separating these? Actually, not sure. Also, if you see my kind of movements are a little more. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Is this specific? Okay, yeah, it is specific. All right. I need to put it on the line between 2 foundations. So not here, but here. Okay. But yeah, if you ever see that my movements are kind of slow, kind of sluggish or anything like that, that's because I'm trying to be very, very careful. This game relies on control the control key a lot to do a lot of the functions within the game, especially with placing and building and stuff like that. So if I hit Control W by accident, what'll end up happening is it'll close out the window. And then I gotta re-log into Boosteroid, load up my game, re-log into Steam, all that stuff. So I have to be very, very careful because I'm doing it through a browser. But yeah, it's just one of those things. So I got to be very, very careful as well. So that's why my movements are kind of sluggish and slow and stuff like that. Yeah, hopefully Boosteroid comes up with a way that can block those hotkeys. Because I always complain about this, but those damn hotkeys, man, they've caused me more trouble than anything. And then the fact that you can't disable them. Why is that white? Oh, because the pipe structure is white, of course. That makes sense. Yeah, pipe structure is white. Okay. That does make sense then. Okay, so then we're going to go with the blue and white for this, and this, There we go. That way it's color coded. It's going to turn black like these because of the color bug, but yeah. But yeah, and then the fact that you can't change the hotkeys, nor can you disable them. Actually, there is a way to disable them, but you have to know coding and stuff like that, and it's just a pain in the butt. And it's just like, you know, for browsers, as long as they've been around and stuff like that, why is it that you're not allowed to disable these hotkeys? At least I don't care to change them. I don't really want to change them. I don't care. I just want to disable them. But they're like, no, you can't disable them. It's like, why not? Because no reason given. Or because reason redacted, maybe. It's a problem for me. But that's just the way it goes, I suppose. Yeah, see, I'm using control there to kind of lock in and line up with all the other machines around me for all the stuff, and I have to be very, very careful not to walk forward when holding control. Like I said, a little bit stupid, but it's just how it goes. Okay, so that's good there. Yep, just like those, just like those. I'm actually going to switch to that one. Go to 2. And put this down. Just like that. The floor hole. Just like that. It is a little bit of a tight fit in between here. And we'll go to the color key, paint that, paint that, paint that, and paint that pipe in between. And grab this. We're on Mark 3, by the way. Oh, look at that. Apparently scrolling also does that. Alt scrolling changes something, who knows. That's what I mean. And I didn't hit Control W that time. It was Alt. Yeah, Alt with scrolling downwards. I don't understand why that is strange. It's strange because it wasn't doing that a second ago. Huh. No idea. Okay, well anyway, those are hooked up. Then we'll, of course, we'll need to do the power. which we will then line up and center with the machine here. Alright, are these feet? These feet are like that. Okay, so, so over like that. Yeah. And then of course we need to center it. I think that's centered there. Or there, yeah. I'm just looking at little details. Get that one set up. We'll come over here. I think that's where I want to put that. Yep. The reason I'm putting these here, though, is because I want them to look like they're integrated into the machine. Makes it look nice. Oops. No, stay on page. And sometimes it doesn't work at all. I don't know why it's doing that. It's because I'm switching back and forth, but yeah, it shouldn't be. I don't know. Just another one of those hotkeys that are unchangeable. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're going to have to come from here and connect to this one, and then remove that connection right there, and then connect from there to there. Not that it matters because the power is out anyway. And then we connect from here to there. To go across because we're making a big old power grid, and then connect from there to there. Okay, that looks good. Looks good. Looks good. All right. So now that we got those hooked up, we got to go do the underside now, which will take our little ramp case. Because somebody gave me a hard time about saying it was a staircase, and I'm just like, fine, it's a ramp case. So now I say ramp case all the time. It's a freaking ramp case. Jeez. Nah, they weren't giving too much of a hard time. It's just it was one of those friendly banters. Okay, the one thing I do want to do is I want to. I think is it going to be? No, I think it is a 4-meter distance, isn't it? Yeah. Like I do want to put this down. Make sure it's going the right way. There we go. Put that in there. Because I need to define where that leg goes. The other thing we need to do is we need to figure out the stuff down here. I was lazy, I didn't want to take the ramp case. Yeah, I gotta delete all that. And again, this is where control comes into play. I gotta not hit W, but I hit control, and I can select all of this. That's why my movements are very deliberate. So I need to be very, very careful. There we go. So that gets rid of that one, and then it needs to be placed over here. I gotta be very careful. Should be zooping these. Or vertical. Yeah, do vertical. There we go. There's our little leg. Okay, so we got to get these water pipes connected up there. Hello there, buddy. Need to figure out how I can do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to completely rebuild this, I think. I think that's going to be the main issue, is completely rebuilding this section. The input needs to be changed for this. So we're going to remove these, remove this. We're not going to remove the pipe section type that's already there, but I am, however, going to remove these, because these are kind of in the way. I'm also going to remove those pumps on here, because I think if we do it correctly, we won't need these. Or we shouldn't need these. As well as we were going to split it into 4 sections, weren't we? Or sections of 4. I don't know if I'm going to do that, though, particularly. We'll see. Just trying to figure out how I can... Because if you take that 45 times 6, that's 270, which is what we have up there. So each pipe can do 270, because it's 300. So we're pretty close to the limit there. Do you like that they have a built-in calculator in this game? Okay. And this we gotta get rid of too. This is not the proper way to do this anymore. Or at least right here anyway. So I'm gonna remove all of this. I'm also gonna remove this power connector here. And this one here. And then of course remove this, remove that. And then, like I said, yeah, we're going to move this a little bit. There we go. Oh, I had a half. I was like, why is that yellow? I had a half foundation there. Okay, then. Alright, and also what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to remove this completely, so that we can connect it like we have the other ones. So remove this. And then how far are we going with each? 2? Okay, we're doing 2 foundations each connector, so... Oh, that's why it's... Okay. I was like, why is that turning yellow? That shouldn't be, but I thought, nah, it's fine. It's because I don't have it going to the right way. I'm also slightly draining those tanks up there, because I don't have valves unlocked yet, I don't think. Or if I do, I need rubber to make them. So I'm not able to use those yet. And of course, we're going to paint those. Okay. And then we'll put our cross sections back in. Whoops. We might have to put a cross on the floor in order for it to work. Or it'll just line up. Fine with that. Yep, that lines up with that. Okay, so that works there. Of course, we'll put in our pumps like this. Oh, I didn't realize we were doing that on a 4 meter. Wait a minute. Okay, so from here on, it's going to be a 1 meter then. I didn't realize that was happening. I'm gonna have to reconnect all that up there now. And not that it really matters too much, but I'd rather this be the same right here at least. Oh, and then we did. Wait, this one doesn't matter. It's just that one. It has to be like this. This is so it doesn't glitch up top. Okay. So then we'll take that and reconnect that. And we'll take that and reconnect that. Okay. To be honest though, maybe I should just make this all on this side. Just make this all 1 meter. That just might be easier. Something like that. Actually, might leave that 4 meter piece there. Yeah, okay. I'm into that. I'm into that a little bit. There we go. Alright. I'll put that. I'm gonna have to move this door, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have to move this door. Door's gonna have to be here instead. Okay, so in that case, this will have to be a corner. And this one will have to be a bridge, or a one-sided bridge. Wait, no, we want this one to be the corner, actually. Yeah, changing my mind here. And this one to be the one-sided bridge, because you always want the door. We want the door away from the wall, or away from the edge, anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Now the door's here instead. So now we can put these up against the wall so that we can connect them properly without having to have to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, it's just because of the way those worked out. Alright. So then we'll pull our T-crossing. Wonder if this is going to line up as well. It does. Very nice. This one needs to line up with that. Okay, that one lines up there. Then we just need to connect all this, which isn't that hard. Just like that, and then these ones we gotta place like this. So then they're like touching each other essentially. So it's like right up against the pipe, is it? Yeah. It's right up against that pipe. I think that's where I want it. Nope. That's where I want it. Just like that. Okay, perfect. Alright, I think we're going to have to redo our input just a little bit coming in here. Just so that we could support all these lines. Because now we're doing 270, is it? Yeah, we're doing 270 on the input side. So we're going to have to separate these for the coal. Okay, so what was the intake? And no, I cannot overclock these power stations, by the way, because I'm still on Mark 1 pipes, just in case, because there are some, you know, Satisfactory professionals out there. They're like, have you overclocked these yet? And it's like, nope. They require 15 coal per minute. So 15 times 12 is 180. So one belt could serve like all of these. That is awesome. Yeah, as you can see, 15 per minute is what it needs. Burns 45 water per minute, or uses 45 water per minute, burns 15 coal per minute. So, alright. So then we can go down here. I'm still going to use the 2, but I only need the 2 outputs now. So I'm going to remove the 1 output. Oh, whoops. That was not intentional. A splitter does need to be there. To put, just in case these trucks want some fuel. So I will need to reconnect that. I'm going to be deleting a lot of this anyway. I suppose it's not too bad. Okay. That can go there. That can go there. Am I using Mark 1s? Oh, was this system never upgraded? No, it was. Where did I get the Mark 1 then? It wasn't hitting 3 because those are Mark 3 as well. Get off my platform! NAS. That'll learn them. Okay. I guess we'll just delete and kind of redo all of this. And connected. Okay. So that should be all of that. And then need to drop off all my coal. I spent a lot of the time, spent a lot of time working on this coal, this coal line. So this is the brand new one. Comes down this ramp, follow this wall. If we turn off our flashlight, look at the lumen. The lumen is from the belts are actually lighting up the wall, which is pretty cool. So then it goes all the way down here, all the way down to the end, and then it reaches this splitter, and then it splits off between each one, all the way down this way. So I decided to split the two into 2 belts. So then we've got these 2. So this one comes in here from that one there, goes along this way, and then goes around, and then goes to this side. So basically split it up into sides, and I think that will work much better with the not that we had problems with the coal anyway, but you know what I mean. Also, I put in these little ramps here, these little 2-meter ramps kind of stuck through the wall here, with a half-meter foundation and stuff like that, with little ramps and little kind of like little railings, I guess you could say. Something like that anyway. And then if we go around this way, then you also have the staircase, or the ramp case, in this case. The ramp case in right here. We also need to connect these, of course. Repaint that one. Okay, perfect. Now we've got the coal rushing in to each machine. You can see there's NVIDIA DLSS that's trying to blur the image. Not exactly perfect yet. One day. Yeah, it'll fill up these machines and stuff. Hey, I still have coal in my inventory? I do. Okay, I need to go get rid of that. Which we will do by just throwing it back into one of the truck stations we have over here. Yeah, because like I said, I've done a lot of rework and stuff like that, and now the splitters are on the ceiling and all that stuff, so it's actually really nice. Oh, yeah, okay. So these are now hooked up at the top side. So the other thing I wanted to do real quick was I did want to put the ramp case on this side as well. I think that's a great opportunity to do so. Is it one foundation away, or is it right on the edge? I think it might be right on the edge, you know? Yeah, it's right on the edge. Wait a sec, is it this far back? So this foundation that's sitting on is a foundation space. I don't think there is on this side. There's not. Literally, the foundation that it's sitting on, you get half a meter or half a foundation space. So what the heck? What happened here? Why did this one get so much more room? God, this one's weird. This side. I don't know. Can we go... If we go a little bit further, we might be able to avoid that sand. Then. Oh, but then it's going to mess up with the wall that I just put in. Yeah, and that's going to open up that space. Well, actually it wouldn't. It won't if I just put it here and say to hell with it. Let's do it like this. Okay. And then we want our side door, right? Yeah, it's a side door to this side. Okay, and then we walk in. Just want to make sure I'm trying to duplicate this on, or mirror it, I guess you could say. I'm trying to mirror it to the other side. Yeah, so you walk in, okay. Just fine with me. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. There they are. So we walk in like that, and then we go corner, like that. Ramp down 2, corner, corner, then ramp down, whoops, ramp down 2. And I believe it's not corner, but it's one of these. One of these here. Yeah, because it was on this side of it. and then we'll put corner. And then what we can do, since we put that wall in place there, we can do this, which replaces it. The nice wall, or nice door, I mean. I bumped my headset there. Gotta check my clearances, man. Okay. So then, yeah, it does go up, and then... What's the way I did the bottom side of this? Okay, I just kind of did walkway, like a bridge walkway, and then, alright, that works. We'll do that for the other side. We can't go down this far on the other side because the other side goes into a sand hill. So that's kind of how that one works. Yeah, I'm going to move this foundation. I'm going to actually delete one set. As well. But for this, we go architecture. We go with one of these. That. Same on this side. I have to delete this for a second. Just like that. That's how the other side is. Didn't need another one. It wouldn't let me place it, so. Okay. And yeah, we just have a random pile of sand in here. That's just kind of sitting. Nothing I could really do about that. It's just something I just had to hope for. Yeah, because there's this extra bit. Whoops, that should be a wall. I'm wondering if I should just add it to the other side. Because, yeah, it would make sense. At least with the build we're going for. Yeah, because the other side is looking at this pillar, right? You come out of the door and you're looking at the pillar. Yeah, you come out of the door and you're looking at the pillar. As with this side, you come out of the door and you're past the pillar. So then that was the whole reason for this, because we needed room. Oh, okay. We can fix that. It's a pain in the butt, but we can fix that. Yeah, so we'll have to move everything out one, which would be a pain in the butt. We should probably move our hub as well. I mean, we've been needing to move this thing for a while now anyway. So let me grab another container. Let's see. Something like that. And let me put down another container here. Put my inventory in. So that I can just transfer all this stuff from my inventory into this here. Kind of like that. Just so I can keep my inventory separate from everything else. Gonna need another one. Of course, because I put up all my rods stuff, actually. And take off. Let's just do a big container. And we just hit the store all button. That works. Okay, so then basically what I'm trying to do here is I can hit the take all on this, which is our specialty items that we wanna keep that we don't have a use for yet. I can hit the store all button on this, and then I can move to the next one and do the same to this and the same to that, and Then we'll have to pick a new place to put our hub. Probably put it over there. We'll probably expand that foundation out a little bit. Put it over there for now. Alrighty then, and now that all that's moved out of the way, we can go ahead and expand this out one foundation and make it, make it work, make it look good. Alrighty, and there we go. That is now expanded. I even moved the leg on this level at least. So that's now where it needs to be. We may end up moving these water pipes and stuff like that too. And it's looking more and more like this expansion might need to go over a couple of episodes. Because we are quickly running out of time. But we can at least know that this is where stuff is. And stuff looks good now. So now it's the same on all sides. Very nice. Okay, we'll go down here. Yep. And now we just gotta move the leg on this level and then we'll be good there. Put that on default, by the way. Oops. I placed one the wrong way. Okay, that is rotated correctly. It's because I'm used to double clicking. There we go. I'll remove these. Remove that one. Okay. You know what? Actually, we could return this back to what it was. Select these. That'll make it look better anyway. I'm glad I noticed that, because now we can go back to what we were with this thing. And it makes a little more sense, I suppose. Oops. Just want to delete these. And put the foundation back as a 4 meter. There we go. And it works. I think as well is I'll put in... I gotta put in these, I think. Okay, if we put this down here, we should be able to, yeah, there we go. I'm putting in these because I don't want the 4 meter wall to stick through the top and glitch. So I'm trying to minimize glitching, or not glitch. I guess you could say it's Z fighting. Keep it from Z fighting on the textures. Walls are very notorious for that in this game. Just how it is. Alrighty, and now that is finished all the way around there too. Very nice. There's all this extra open space, but that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We'll just say they're attached to the wall, or attached to the ceiling from up top there for now. We really don't have very many ways of making that look supported, so we'll just call it good there. So now you gotta figure out how are we going to get the water in here. I think we're gonna put it on this side. I'm going to put a hole here, and we're going to then run the water up this hole here. Oh hey, wait a minute. Oh. Okay. We'll have to run it out that. We'll run it out that side then. How about that? How about that? I forgot this was down here. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Run that a little further along. Just so they line up. So yeah, just like that. Okay. Then we'll run these, I don't know, through this hole, I guess, instead. We could run it right there, if we can get them lined up properly. If we can get them, yeah, like I said, if we can get them lined up properly, then we can we'll move the walkway, or adjust the walkway slightly. I'm not really sure how we're going to do it, per se. Oh, does that go all the way into the ground? It does. That's sweet. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to go over this way with it. Or not. The pipes could go underneath that walkway. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, that might actually work. We'll just have the pipes go underneath that walkway. If they'll fit. Anyway, they should. We'd hope. I hope so. Okay. So then we're going to... It's going to have to be like this, isn't it? And then mark one pipe. And this one goes like this. Let's go horizontal to vertical. Okay, yeah, that ain't gonna work. It's not like that anyway. We'll remove this pipe too. Why does it want to go like that? Weird. Alright, let's start with that one, I suppose, then. Since that one wants to be a pain in the butt. Two very specially made pipes. We'll say. Oh, but that kind of ruins my other plan, though. I have an idea. That might make this work. It'll be weird, but it'll help. So we put this back like we had planned. Nice. Turn it on a noodle. There you go. Sometimes they don't want to make those corners. That's fine though. And we'll do the same with this one.
Whoop! Forgot there was a hole there. Just wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't fall through a hole into water. That was like my whole season 2. That's like my season 2's like crux. It was just all the time falling into water, falling through holes, stuff like that. Okay, but basically what this does, something like that. Is allows me to be able to put a pump here. So I need to be able to put a pump on this. So that's the whole thing for it. However, we can do this instead. This will look a little better too. Actually, I could have done it with a a half-meter foundation. Yeah, because I kind of want, a hole where the pipes are. Yeah, those aren't exactly touching. Do we have anything we could remedy with that? We do have these. No. Oh, we do have... we run with these, maybe? So I want it to be a big open hole, you know? I don't know how to explain it. So you run an I-beam. 2 I-beams. 3 I-beams. There we go. Well, kind of. We run the I-beams the other way. Or, not the other way, but if we rotate them, that might work. Just little details, trying to make things look good. So yeah, we'll run it like this just like we did, but then we'll use the mouse wheel to scroll it. It's like I know I could put just a half-meter foundation and then just kind of stick it in, like, you know, move it in. But this looks... I like this. It looks interesting. It does make it look interesting. And we'll do is, we can, as well, do this. This might look pretty good. We'll see. Does that touch? It does touch. Look at that. Now there's a little railing right there. So when you're when you're serving the pipes, or servicing the pipes, you have a little railing to hold on to, and so you don't fall down the hole. I don't know why, I just want a hole here. It's just one of them things. Oops. Oh, that one's a little broken. Hold on. Try that again. There we go. Yeah, nice little railing. That looks kind of cool, actually. What I will also do is I will put a wall, a 1 meter wall here, and here, and here. One down there as well. Yeah. That just kind of adds to the look, doesn't it? Yeah, and then you can see, basically my idea is to see the pumps from this level. Just wait until we unlock, haven't unlocked them yet. Just wait until we unlock signs. We can start doing lighting and all kinds of stuff. Well, with Lumen, of course. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so now we have to, we're kind of forced to go downstairs. Okay. So that we can connect to this. So now, I'll take this and we'll go change that to noodle so it actually works. Yeah, because we're changing kind of grids slightly. Again. So the game is kind of not happy about it. So then we'll do that, and then we'll just run the pipes down. We could run them down the wall. Like this. Of course, need to redo that. Change that to horizontal to vertical. I think that was too tall anyway. These are very special pipes. I always try to make my pipes look at least a little bit realistic-ish. Like, I know it's pretty hard to do. It's very hard to do. But usually with a lot of corners, unless it's too inconvenient or I'm just in a hurry. But I do try to do all my corners as 90-degree bends, because that's realistic to what real life would be. Realistically, yeah, they would do this. They'd put a corner in, a 90-degree bend, and then they put a straight piece, and then they'll put another 90-degree bend in that short period, because it's hard to make one long steady pipe with like bends and stuff in it. It's really hard to do that kind of stuff in real life anyway. Okay, this might pose another problem. We'll see, I suppose. Yeah, this might pose another issue. This one's gonna give me trouble, isn't it? So I think it's right here, yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. I had to do a specialty pipe there. I mean, we could possibly. If we do this. Is that too short? Yeah, it's too short, unfortunately. It's really hard to do those kind of pipes. It can be done, it's a rather pain in the butt. Okay, then we're gonna move these pumps as well. Because they're not gonna go here. So that pipe. And one other little thing, too, to remember about this game is if you remove pumps off of a pipe or remove a valve, it's always a good idea to replace the pipe, because sometimes it glitches the pipe. And the pipe is in two sections, and in fact it's supposed to be one section, but the game still counts it as two sections because you did put a valve or a pump there, but then removed it, and then it just has issues. So it's always a good idea to just replace them. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Looking at that, that's not gonna work. We could run the pipes along the ceiling. Well, yeah, actually we can. We can run the pipes along the ceiling. That's no big deal. Yeah, let me play with this a little bit. Alrighty then, that should do. So ran them across the ceiling and then got them connected into here. Still with the walkway there. I don't know, I might end up moving that walkway over there. Like you come out on a platform and then you walk down, so it's all on this same level, I think. I think that might be the better way. Then we don't have to have that super long walkway in there, or the hallway. But yeah, we will have to put the pumps back here. This will be kind of our first rise to this type of thing. So yeah, we want to put the pumps right square with this walkway, I think. I think I'm going to put them a little bit past, though. Just, there we go. It's like there. Of course, with this other side. Do the same there. Okay. Just need to connect them up to power. Color them. Okay, so we're actually going to need power to make this happen. So we're going to need to turn everything back on. We should, however, be able to make this work at least for a little bit. Need to go up one more level. Oh, these aren't connected. I thought I connected these. Oops. Okay, that one is connected. Yeah, that one's connected because I get the big switch. Alright, do we have water in these? We do have a little bit of water in these. Okay, so we can run this. And hopefully it should. Might take a few tries. Oh. Almost. Come on. Oh. Okay, you know what's happening is because we're still, even with these two extra coal generators, we're still under... Dang it. We're running out of fuel here. We're very severely running out of fuel. We shouldn't need all of these, though. We should be able to get rid of at least a few. And let's try adding fuel to at least just 2 of these and see if that's enough. Okay, that was enough. Oh, come on. That is enough, look! Our consumption's way down there. Yeah, we might need to do a few more just to... The system needs to stabilize, I think. Try this one more time. There we go. Yeah, see, look at that giant graph. Our consumption matches our production because we're still burning fuel. Yeah, look at those giant spikes. Okay, but we need to use less fuel at least for the moment. And we'll add that extra one just because of how close we are. But yeah, that's not good. That's definitely not good. But the reason I need the power back on is because we need to check flow. We need to make sure our pipes are getting water flow to them, which they are. I don't know if those pumps are doing enough though. We'll check the head. We need to go down and check the head lift on those. We'll take a little swim. Okay, the head lift is pretty severe. Alright. Which means I'm going to throw a couple of pumps probably over here. Just to kind of ease that head lift for them. I'm going to have to put these upside down because of the ceiling. Trying to see... I will just go with the backside one. That'll work. Yeah, these ones will have to be upside down. I don't think the pumps really care, though, which way they're placed. Just as long as they are powered. Like in real life, too, probably. They could be upside down. Because it's not about gravity, necessarily. Is that same angle? That looks like the same angle, but it doesn't. These are pointing at each other. They're pointing away from each other there. Of course, these ones are kind of matching. Oh, I just made the game smaller. I was trying to see if control would make the rotation smaller. And it made the game smaller instead. Okay, I think this is correct. Or at least close to. Okay, so then we're gonna need power. Yeah, the pumps just turned. No, the pumps are still running. Whoa, what the heck? The head lift is down, probably because there is no power to these. Well, also these are in place, but also there's no power. Okay, I need to get a ceiling connector there. Connect them both to it. Come on. That's such a tight fit. It's because the bounding box of the pipes are a little bit bigger. And there we go. That'll work. And then bring it to there. And then bring it to there. We gotta bring it to a spot where that can connect. So right there. And then perfect. Okay, those pumps are now working. I like how they're working upside down. I guess it helps with the suction of the water to push it through because it uses gravity. Okay, how are these doing? Oh, that's much better. I mean, it's still pretty high, but it's not in the orange. Same with these, I bet. These aren't too bad. These pumps are now doing the heavy lifting, but at least they're working. Okay, so yes, yeah, it's time to get rid of this right here that we have. Remove these railings here. This railing here, and then we're going to walk this railing all the way, probably to there, because the entrance is here. This is where the actual walkway is. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it come out at this level. So you'll be outside at this level here. And then you're going to go down with a couple of walkways, which I think this is a 2 meter. So it should just match up. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm actually going to take that for a second. I think what I want to do is I want to put it on this side. I want to get rid of this and put in one of these. There we go. Then we remove this one and we put in a corner. Okay, and I'll get some of my concrete back as well by removing these walls. Oh, whoops. Now we'll just fill it back in. Good enough. Oops, don't want to put a door there. Okay, that'll work. Very nice. Grab one of these, pull it around, safe. Nice. I think this does matter here. I know it doesn't matter there. I think this does matter here because this is in the middle of the room. Yeah. I'm also going to take one of these. I'm going to put that there. Nice. And then that makes it look like it's a little more supported. So yeah, you can kind of cheat a little bit with the supports and stuff, and it still makes it look good. So yeah, these are now on a section of pipe that is completely supported. Okay, and the flow looks damn good. So then I guess what's left is to go up top, or go top side. Let's go top side and let's check. Also, you can see the pumps from here. Yeah. I don't know why, I just wanted this. It's unnecessary, but I just wanted it. Okay, we'll have to see if we'll need pumps up here or not, because I'm not really sure. As long as these tanks stay full, they are getting full, so that is good. Oh, they're getting full, here anyway. Not quite as full here. It's because what it's doing is it's splitting. So it's acting like a splitter. It's going to take some time probably to level this all out. As well. Okay, this one. Alright. Had some audio issues there. I think we're all fixed again. Okay. That's my headset being a pain. Yeah, just as long as we don't run out of water. I'm just watching this number run out of water. Ugh. Hey, are we gaining? We're gaining. Like I said, just as long as we don't run out of water, we'll be fine. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna run out of water. We're not using all the water, so we should eventually, this system should eventually fill back up. It's just gonna take time. Because since there is no valves, what's happening is the water's being pushed up the pipe into this, but then it's not able to go anywhere, so then it kind of backflows down, and then it'll go to the next one and then flow into here. And what it's trying to do is it's trying to simulate gravity the little science experiment you can do at home if you've never done one, is you can take 2 jugs of water, two jugs, one with water, one without, or actually maybe they should be empty. But if you can put basically a tap or something where you can put a hose near the bottom of one tank or one container to another, near the bottom of another container. They don't have to be on the bottom, just near the bottom. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the hose off, you're going to plug it, and then you'll fill the one tank with water completely full and have the other tank empty, and then you'll stick the hose on the one tank, and what it'll do is it'll flow, the gravity will push that water down into the other jug or tank until they both level out exactly the same level. If they're on the same level, like a counter or a table, if they're on the same level, the water will equalize itself between the two. So that's exactly what's happening here. That the game kind of simulates that. So it's trying to level these all out. I know they're not all at the same level, but that's just because we have a water source bringing in water as well. So we've got flow coming in one way. So there is that. But hey, we're not burning through as much fuel, so we don't need as many of these right now. As long as we don't add any more factories without upping our energy production, we should be fine. I'm going to remove most of these, I think. Like these 3. Get my shards back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this one completely. Fill up this one completely. We are burning through them quickly, though. Fill up this one completely. Yeah. I think what might be next on the agenda is to go and try to make a fuel power station. I think that might be next on the agenda. However, I do want to get the jetpack. How many tickets? Can we actually buy the stuff? Because then I can focus on power. I really don't want to do that, but because I know I said I wouldn't, but I always end up doing it anyway. How many tickets do we have? Oh, we have one. We have one whole ticket. Okay, we won't be doing that. Alright, so we're kind of forced to go and make rubber and plastic and fuel. Anyway. However, we are out of time for this episode, so we're way past time for this episode, but that's okay. We got the power expanded like we wanted, at the very least, so we can take solace in the fact that we got that accomplished at the very least. It'd take a while, but anyway, I'm gonna have to go ahead and leave it there, like I said. Just before you go, before you go, yeah. As a quick reminder before you go, though, there is a link down in the description below should you wish to purchase a subscription to Boosteroid. If you use that link, I do thank you because you help out the channel. And to be honest, with the internet issues at the start, we had a really good run for most of the episode today, so pretty happy about that. My internet does tend to be a little bit iffy sometimes on the weekends, so it's just how it is. But yeah, like I said, next time we really got to focus on getting oil and stuff like that, so we can expand our power and whatnot, do fuel generators and you know what's not to get that done. So we'll have to focus on that. So that'll be next time. But like I said, that is going to be it. I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.